All right, 7th grade, we are back at it and we are doing English today, pages 21 to 23. Your English on Friday, if you go back to page 20, up at the top of the page, says each tense of a verb can have another form called the progressive form. The progressive form is used to show that the action is continuing. Notice that for the progressive form, the present participle is simply added to each tense of the verb be. Be can be written as am, is, or are. And remember that is a singular and are is for plural. So they're going to give you some pronouns. First one you're going to use is we, then you, then she, then I. Think about, is the pronoun singular or plural? The first one you're supposed to use is we. We don't say we am or we is. We say we are. We is plural, are is plural. The verb they want you to use is persuade. And when you use the progressive form, you basically add ing to the end. It always ends it. I should say it always ends in ing on your verb. It's because it is continuing, persuading. We are persuading. That's your present. Past is we were persuading. Future is we shall be. Shall you use for the pronoun we, and also the pronoun I. Present perfect is we have been. Past perfect is we had been. Future perfect is we shall have been. And all of those are persuading. All of the tenses end in ing because it is a continuing form. On number 2, it says to use the verb teach. Your pronoun is you, and you don't say you is teaching, you am teaching. No, you are teaching. You were teaching. You will be teaching. That's what they want you to do for all of these verbs. Down on the third one is she. You don't say she am, she are. You say she is. She is singular. Is singular. So you say she is freezing. She was freezing. That's past. She will be. Do the same thing for sketch. That's what you're going to be doing for page 21. You're writing the progressive form of each of those verbs. Another form that you have is the emphatic form, and that's on page 22. The emphatic form is used to give a statement emphasis, which means for emphatic, and it's formed by adding do, did, or does to the present or past tense of a verb. In other words, do, did, or does forms a verb phrase with a verb. And it's a present or past tense of a verb. When do is used in a negative statement or a question, the statement does not show emphasis. In other words, I'll give you an example. On number 2, it says, do you have? Okay, you have the rest of the sentence, but it ends in a question. It's asking a question. Do have, it's asking a question. That is not written in the emphatic form because they're asking a question. Also, if it says, I'm just going to make this one up. Do not take. Your verb is do take. Not indicates a negative statement. Not. Do not take. It's not do take, it's do not take. This is a negative statement. This is not It's no emphatic form. And when you have a question, it's not an emphatic form. When it is an emphatic form, just say, you could say, you do, you do, you do need a chair. All right? Do need, and it's not a negative statement. You're not saying you do not need. No, you do need a chair. And you're not asking a question. You're not saying, do you need a chair? No, you do need. This is emphatic. You do need. You do want. Let's see. On number 10, does break. It's emphatic. Those are emphatic forms. What you're going to do on page 22, they want you to draw 2 lines under the verb. And then on the blank on the right, you're supposed to write if it is emphatic or if it is not emphatic. Write yes or no. If you have sentences that ask a question, it is not emphatic. If you have a sentence that is in a negative statement, it's not emphatic. These kind are emphatic. They must be in the present or past tense, and they will be a verb phrase. All of these sentences are verb phrases. Remember that. And so you're going to put yes or no on the blanks on the right. Down at the bottom of the page, again, you have 2 chapters to read. Hope you're keeping up with your reading. Hope you're finding the book interesting. Remember to follow your pages, not the chapter numbers. Follow your chart in the front of your book on how many pages to read. Starting tomorrow, you're going to be starting to answer questions about your Swiss Family Robinson. You should have 10 or gone through chapter 10, but not chapters. Remember, whatever pages it is, however far it says in the pages. But you should have read all of your work by tomorrow, and then you're going to be starting to answer questions about what you have read. And then page 23 is your last page for today. It is your checkup. The first 4 blanks are the 4 principal parts of a verb. The next 6 blanks are the 6 tenses of a verb. Numbers 13 to 20, you're supposed to underline the verb, draw 2 lines. On the right, indicate the tense of the verb. Is it present? Is it past? Is it future? Present perfect, past perfect, or future perfect? Remember, future perfect is going to have a will have or shall have. Remember, past is going to end probably in a en or ed. Watch for those. And then numbers 21 to 23, you're going to say if it's progressive or emphatic, just what you learned today. Remember, progressive always ends in ing. And then you know what the emphatic is. It's not going to be a question, and it's not going to be a negative statement. And numbers 24 and 25, I am assuming comes out of your wisdom paper. Now, I did not read that. Oh. Looking to see, I almost think that was something tricky, maybe that you guys had read before. Number 24 is going to come off of page 17, I see. I'm not sure why they do this, but number 25 comes off of page 22. All right, see if you can figure it out. Have a good day.